Hi everyone, welcome to my little corner of the AWD-IT HQ. Hi Dale.
Hi Paul.
Do you know why I've summoned you here today?
I've got a rough idea.
Okay.
But no, not in full. Well,
Okay.
that sort of gives a bit away.
It does give it away. So basically today is Ryzen Day. Well, it's the day after Ryzen Day because Ryzen 3rd generation was launched yesterday.
Yep.
Sunday, the 7th of July.
Yep.
Today is Monday the 8th of July, isn't it? So we need to talk about Ryzen 3rd Gen, don't we? Now I have produced a slideshow for you, okay?
For me?
For you.
Okay.
To teach you all about 3rd generation Ryzen because you are the benchmark man, okay? He's the benchmark man.
That seems like a new responsibility that wasn't.
He's the benchmark man.
Wasn't
so the
pre-agreed.
benchmark man. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you all about it, and the viewers at home
Or at work.
or wherever
you are, yeah.
we're going to tell you all about it. Obviously, there's been a lot of rumour and stuff released by AMD already in the past few days. So this is just a kind of squidging it all together in one compact video, and then we're going to Dale's going to then do some benchmarky stuff to see how it pans out. Okay.
Yes.
So welcome to Ryzen 3000 series.
Okay. Hello, Ryzen 3000.
So here is the stack, the product stack.
Can you make
Okay.
this bigger? Is there a way to make it bigger?
Probably you just control scroll. Ah, thank you. Right. Okay, so this is the product stack that's releasing today, with exception of the two APUs, which I will come on to in a minute.
Right. In my head, I'm still under NDA, so I'm trying to get out of that. So
No, it's Monday the 8th of July.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Okay.
Monday. Right.
Okay, so Ryzen 5 3600, 3600X, 3700X, 3800X, 3900X, and at the top 3950X. Now this isn't released today. This is releasing, so ignore that. It starts off with the 3600, which very impressively, here you can see some stats. 4.2 on the boost speed,
Turbo,
so
yeah.
that's pretty tasty. The X is 4.4.
Is it why? Oh, have they done that on purpose? Have they
What?
only released X chips above the 3600? And the
They're all X apart from the bottom one.
Oh, that's
Don't
interesting.
know why. I'm not sure. There's probably a reason.
The base clock's the same as the chip. 3600 does 3600.
Yes,
Like stock, yeah.
that's a coincidence. Who knows? Yeah. So obviously getting very, very impressive up towards the top end here. 4.6 straight out of the box. So that's the kind of general overview of the stack. Then, of course, we've got the two. You've destroyed my clickability. This was all set up. Right, then we've got the two APUs, okay? So replacing the 2200G and the 3400G, and the 2400G, we've got the 3200G and the 3400G.
So how many is there in total? So that was
So there's five standard CPUs
right.
and two APUs.
APUs like that, integrated graphics.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are separate because they're not based on the Zen 2 architecture. They're based on the existing Zen Plus APU architecture, the 12 nanometer. We are going to do a video on the APU's capabilities, but there's a quick rundown of those anyway.
I feel like I'm learning. I like this.
Good,
It's
good.
pretty good.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Zen 2 architecture, which is the new 7 nanometer that these 3rd generation are based on. So it obviously builds on the existing legacy. Microarchitecture contains several enhancements designed to improve on-chip bandwidth, increased utilization, keep data on chip, strengthen security, and elevate instructions per cycle.
That's interesting.
So together, these changes enable massive generational improvements over for example, the Ryzen 7 2700X, very powerful CPU. In gaming, you got performance increases up to 34% in popular games. So older legacy games like Counter-Strike League of Legends, and then there's a stat for PUBG now, obviously a bit newer, 22% performance increase, so very, very, very impressive.
And that's against the 2700X?
Versus the second gen 2700X, like I say, very, very powerful gaming CPU. So there's a topography picture for those people who are interested in understanding these kind of things. You see what they've basically done is they've separated it into 3 dies or chiplets, and what that does, according to AMD, it allows for better yields, improved compute scalability, improved density, lower consumer costs, and some degree of layout flexibility, whatever that means.
I'm very impressed by how much you know about it.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm just reading off the screen.
Yeah, but yeah, deliverance.
I made some pictures. This was supposed to be a PowerPoint presentation, by the way, but we haven't got PowerPoint on this PC, so it all went to pot a little bit. But never mind, we'll muscle on through.
Yep.
So what AMD are really wanting to shout about is the energy efficiency of this generation of Ryzen chips. It's obviously they've done a lot of work. Yeah, there you can see a little chart where it's showing the 3700X about half as much again in terms of energy efficiency as compared to the Intel 9700K. So quite impressive.
Reduce your carbon footprint with AMD.
Indeed, yes, indeed. So, as I say there, commanding full stack leadership over 9th gen Intel Core in terms of performance per watt.
And so, it's pretty much cheaper as well.
Yeah, that's the point.
You can see that there.
Yeah. Right, so gaming. So this is 1080p gaming performance. Now this is what AMD again are really wanting to shout about and get the point across. In legacy gaming, 1080p gaming, existing gaming, some quite old, we've got CSGO there as you can see, through to PUBG, Fortnite, there's Grand Theft Auto 5 on there, etc. You can see the 3900X as compared to the much more expensive flagship Intel 9900K, it's comparable. But then we get into the 1440p, the higher end obviously. And this is a comparison chart between 3800X and i7-9700K. And again, it's very, very similar results as to the 1080p statistics, with everything looking fairly comparable. And that is it. That's all I have to say for now. What we're going to do, Dale's going to set up some benchmarks and stuff, and we'll have a look.
Okay. Okay, so it's been passed over to me. We've got VR Mark, which is Orange Room, which is the stock VR benchmark. Obviously, this gives us a good idea of the average frame rate that went on, and obviously the specification of the systems with the 2060.
Can you see that?
And with the 3600, it's got 8 gig of DDR4 RAM, which is running at 3000 megahertz on an X470 board. This was the score we got. The average FPS was 247 FPS, obviously. The target frame rate was 109 FPS, and the Oculus Rift minimum spec was 81, so obviously it's more than 816. It's triple what the minimum requirement is for Oculus Rift, and that's how that works for you.
Cool.
So if you're looking into VR, this setup, perfect for you. 3 times as good as it should be. That's Orange Room. So unlocking the premium is Blue Room, which is a much more deep and intense, and it's got a lot more distance in there and more rendering that needs to go on. So obviously this is the new result for here. It says here the premium high-end PC here, which is at 2,972. That's actually a top end with multiple GPUs.
Right.
So we're actually above a high-end PC as well. So what the average spec or average score of a high-end PC would be 1800. We're in there with 2400.
Nice.
So it's just jumped straight above it. And that's single GPU as well.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Fire Strike. We've had a validation warning here, Paul. This
Why?
Is because it doesn't.
Are you pirating software?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't recognise what CPU's in the system.
Ah, right. Okay.
Even though it's Monday.
We're streets ahead, even though it's Monday.
Right.
Okay.
Graphics score 17,533. It's quite fantastic, to be honest with you. And like I say, it's here an NVIDIA RTX 2060 and 6-core 12-thread processor. The graphics score individually is 19,618. Physics score is 19,180, and the combined score is 9,105. Obviously, they will show an FPS here. It's just under 100 FPS on the graphics score through the graphics test. The physics test was 60 FPS, and the combined test is 43 as like an average base. That's what it showed. Okay, and you go to Fire Strike Ultra, so I had to change this to 4K. This is actually a 4K monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what we did it on, but I was running at 1080p, but
Right.
it's 4K. Graphics scores 4,290, the physics scores 19,325, and the combined scores 2,480. It did struggle with this, but it is 4K, but it didn't struggle too much. You can see here it averaged 11 FPS.
Okay.
This is a benchmark
Yeah,
at
yeah.
4K
Of course.
maximum, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like proper stress.
Yeah.
But through the graphics tests, it did between 15 to 30 FPS. But the physics test, where it's obviously crosses layers and interlace and stuff like that, it was 60 FPS. It's pretty good.
That's
pretty
impressive.
Good. Well, that's all I got for that.
Okay, cool.
I thought it might be good to do
Excuse me.
Cinebench
Yeah, of course.
like now.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're after is it's going to show blocks. These blocks represent per core and per thread. Obviously, it's 6 core, 12 threads. So it's going to try and render it as fast as possible and predict how it renders it as it goes along. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's ideally what you need in long distance games and so on, or even rendering.
Yep.
So obviously we go through that list. But we'll run the CPU so you can see how it's there running through.
It's crunching through it really quickly.
Quite surprised actually.
I mean, that's really quick.
It's predicting the. I like how it predicts the
Yeah.
cores and obviously goes through the flow.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'd be expecting this to go at the top easy.
Looking at it run through it, you would expect that.
Yeah, having done comparison.
But still, right. Okay.
3600.
It's not far off.
It's not far off at all.
Not far off at all.
Crazy man.
So
It's only just under a 1700X.
yeah, so that's with 2 less cores.
It is, yeah.
Bench,
It says here 1700X is only 1% faster.
Right.
Absolutely crazy.
Cool.
So we're there with that. Okay, and that's 1,523 just as a stock. Okay. So you wanted to do some games, didn't you, Paul?
I think we should look at games. That's the most important thing. So Dale, are you enjoying your Magnum?
Yes.
Are you able to play games while enjoying your Magnum? Okay, so
Can you buy the ice cream?
can I what?
Bite it.
You what your Magnum?
No, like in general. Some people can't bite ice cream. Because it like they've got sensitive teeth, like enamel and stuff. Moving on.
So as we said, you're gonna
Yep, we've got Ryzen 5.
blast through some games. Ryzen 5.
5, 3rd gen, 3600,
Yep.
stock 3.6, turbo 4.2. Bosh.
Okay.
Tom's coming down the stairs. This is just a terrible work environment to do this kind of stuff.
It's an amazing work environment.
Yeah, but if you want to be like 100% professional.
He says with the gob full of Magnum. Right, so you got Apex loaded up.
Yeah. So
And this is at what, 1080 or?
we stopped. We on foot. I'll tell you what happened. Right. So I thought I was on 1080, but really it went straight to 4K on basic settings. And I
Right,
was
okay.
like, oh, this is meant to 60
Okay.
FPS there, and I was like, oh, VSync's on. So I turned VSync off,
Right.
and I put it on max settings.
Okay.
And then this is with a 2060, bearing in mind,
Yeah.
so it does a lot of that for it. And when you pointed out that she looked extreme, no, I pointed out that she looked extremely like you can see like her pimples and stuff.
Yes.
Then I checked and it was in 4K.
Right.
So now I've downed it to 1080.
Okay.
And now I've done that, we're getting 144 in the home screen. And when we play, I don't know how fast this will go in, but do you know how they wait. You know how they jump out to that big ship thing and we ship thing
Yes.
and that's melting hollow.
Okay. They jump out the ship thing.
And they'll fall down.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to render the map
Yeah, yeah.
as you're falling. Depends on where you like to choose your stuff.
Yeah.
It's about pushing 58 to 60 FPS.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
still perfectly playable.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's melted off.
Oh no.
So
I feel for you.
I've rubbed it in.
Oh.
So
I'll be right for another week.
yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, cool.
In the close-up positions,
Yeah.
it's like it's 60 to 80. That's
Okay.
like an average. I've had one or two games.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you get to like long distance, where you see like people on the like very distance, it does drop down to below the 60 mark. But still 46. It's fully good.
Fully playable.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
at 1080. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, let's have a quick look then. I'll just grab the frames from the top corner whilst we're in game, just
Yeah,
to corroborate what you've just advised. And
that one,
sorry,
you have one.
did I have one? No,
Why not?
because I thought I'd do this, and doing both is not conducive to quality video making. Maybe. And no, I haven't got very sensitive teeth.
I'm gonna go there.
Okay, so let's have a look. So just coming down, you can
see what I mean? Yeah.
It's gone down to around about 75-ish.
And that's 1080. Now you look, going down there, it's rendering
going-
hundreds.
Going back up again.
But we're
So-
talking about averages here.
So that's very good.
Went for carpet.
Okay. You can't.
This is difficult, but it's playable.
Okay. So.
I went like this, I
It's still way up there, so that's cool. Okay, so that's a new,
Yeah, but what's
relatively new game, Apex
Close,
Legends.
Right?
Uh-huh.
140 FPS, right?
Yeah.
Turn around, go long distance, 110.
Yeah. Okay.
When you're running and rendering like this,
Yeah.
just differs between
Drops
the
a
two.
bit.
But it's actually better than this originally said. I think I remember in the 4K settings.
But this is the kind of level that you'd expect from a much more expensive
Oh,
CPU.
fantastic.
Is the point? Okay. Do you want to move on
No.
to something else?
Yeah. So I'm going to leave my teammates.
Okay.
We're going to go Counter Strike.
Okay. Cool.
I'm actually terrible at this,
That doesn't matter.
but this performs better because it's more close quarter.
Yes.
It's not as sort of, I'm going to say, CPU intensive.
Yeah. Well, it's nowhere near as detailed as it.
Mm.
It's. I mean, it's ancient.
So what I would be suggesting is, obviously it can go above an FPS, but if your monitor is 60 hertz,
Uh-huh.
use VSync or else you get screen tear, and that's the best performance for it. Obviously, we've taken it off,
Yeah.
so it is pushing above what the screen's actually
So
allowed.
we're in menu here, and on can't see because the cellophane's still on this monitor. So 116, 117.
You have to keep it clean by keeping it with cellophane on.
Yeah, of course. I'm terrible for that. I always keep cellophane on.
Yeah, man.
Cara goes mad.
Right, I've got a story where, just while this loads up, where I was wiping off and I couldn't get this thing clean, and I rubbed like that, and it had like a scuff mark,
Right.
and I was like, oh, and I told me
What was
that.
this on?
It was my brand new well, it wasn't brand new, it was a TV that I had ages ago.
Right. Okay.
And my dad
Yeah.
shouted at me
Yeah.
because I scuffed it, and it was like I was crying and stuff because I was
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
young. I'm sorry, Dad, I was trying to clean this like that. And then about 2 years later, he come in and he went, you sausage, like that. And that's what happened.
Brilliant. Yeah. Anyway, so.
I thought I had a cloudy TV.
But no,
The
it was
problem with
cellophane.
this bit,
Huh?
It was this bit.
It was what bit? Oh, it was on the screen.
I don't know, I was like, this TV is a bit
Brilliant.
shoddy.
And you've been watching that for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I thought 1080 was 480.
Wow. Anyway, so this is in a game scenario, and we're still on the same.
Can we have a
FPS.
disclaimer sort of thing?
What would you like to display?
This is all unfiltered because it's online, so if anyone shouts anything that's offensive,
Yes.
we
We apologise.
CS:GO.
Yeah.
You probably could shout anything.
No, this is all staying in.
Is it?
Yeah. So okay, so that's CS:GO. So
140, 144. We're only watching at the moment.
yeah.
It's the same sort of
We had the
style.
same rendering, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, he's in. So it is. I can see from here it's like 130, 140, 150, 160, 170.
Yeah, man.
It's right up there.
Why has everyone else got loads of other guns? No, we only
So-
got this one.
You select your guns at the beginning, don't you?
Is that someone's shoe? Oh.
Okay, cool. So that's obviously very, very good.
Yeah.
What else?
So, you said something about old school games
Uh-huh.
are like really good on this Gen CPU.
Yeah,
Hand presents, remember that?
hand presents.
Anyway. So I thought my favourite shooter,
Yeah.
and also the scariest game I've ever played in my life
Oh yeah. What?
was AVP.
Ooh,
But
AVP.
I put it in like perspective mode in VR. Because
Right.
you know, like the beeper thing. Beep, beep, beep,
Total
beep, beep.
immersion. Yeah.
Total immersion.
That'd be scary.
It's, well, it's terrifying.
Classic game though. Classic game. Good choice. So you got that.
Hold on, just let me turn this off. CSGO has a habit of just not turning off.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay, so AVP. I mean, that's even older than Counter Strike, isn't it, or thereabouts?
CSGO, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So AVP. So it was up there. You missed that then. It was up there in the 500 frames per second in the menu screen.
Yeah, on this home screen. There's nothing there. This noise, look.
Yeah, it's scary. It's proper scary. So you're actually in game now, and that's lower than I expected. Why is this?
Oh, this is like top settings, this is.
Right. Okay. So
Anti-aliasing.
ultra anti-aliasing
Yeah.
on the works.
To be honest with you, it doesn't change that much for 4K. I think this is 4K actually.
But it's still smooth. It's smooth as butter.
Yeah, look, 4K. 4K.
So that's in 4K, 70 frames per second.
Very high on everything. I tell you what,
Ultra settings.
their faces are so real. Dude, what's going on? Why are we stuck? Oh!
There he is. Get him.
What's he doing?
Okay, so conclusions.
What?
Wrap it up.
What? Oh,
Still
sorry.
alive. Get him. Oh,
It's saying hold mouse button 3, but I don't know what mouse button
you
3
suck.
is. What's mouse button 3?
So conclusions.
If you don't get this new gen CPU, right? If you don't see the advantage of getting this compared to, say, an Intel at a similar price range, right? Then you need to do a bit more research, in my opinion, because it's a complement to other hardware, and that's what I really like about Ryzen 3. Ryzen 2 made such promises, and Ryzen 3 did as well. But Ryzen 3 is sort of like, instead of putting the foot in the door this time, they've sort of opened the door on it, and they've addressed loads of things like you said before, and I've actually seen it. So this is 4K top. So if you want a 4K gaming PC on pretty much most games, we're here. About, what would it be? About $1,000, a bit over.
Yeah.
That's, you're there, don't
Yeah.
you? And with Ryzen 3 as well, streaming as well as doing it. You know, drop it down to 1080, stream as well, duplicate it, 2 screen, sorted.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
sorted.
Excellent. Right. So, how do we do this? Right. Okay. Okay. So, for once, neither of us have got anything negative to say about Ryzen. Winner.
I think it made me die in this game though. Just saying that.
I don't think it did. So yeah, Ryzen 3rd Gen out now. If you've got any questions, let us know. Check the website for bundles, systems, all sorts of stuff. Have you got anything to add?
Can I wear that hat?
No.
Yeah.
I've been Dale, he's been Paul.
Yeah.
And we love you very much. See you later. Bye.
Bye.